Running operation went broken.
Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit,
Josh Lambo set to
it's
kick
Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
at their own 21-yard line.
This to the 24 for a gain of 4.
32 on the carry.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 55 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the training room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5. Team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, Townsend. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him at
touchdown, Chicago.
To number 89. Touchdown, Chicago.
With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And this is caught. I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Townsend. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Tackle by A.J. Epinesa. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Townsend. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
3-yard gain on the play.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Take out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Looking to throw. Townsend. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
To number 32.
A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
On second down now, it's Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
48-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bears 14, Lions nothing.
On first down, they run with Howard. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
48-yard line.
Now this one complete on the slant route. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate? What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. On first down, Townsend looking for his running back, and he's got it. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback sacked.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, Walker. I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. To throw on second down. Townsend, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down.
32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's going right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now left side on the swing pass. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your pace and start to put together some drives.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this week. And it is caught! Touchdown, Detroit! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Operating from the gun. Townsend lets this one rip toward Graham. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. It's caught on the right side, Brown. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Bears first down.
From the gun, Townsend. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
47-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun, Townsend. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Throwing right in, that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. The final shot before break. Townsend. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So we've reached halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff portion.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what it adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but over...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Intercepted by the Bears.
First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's third down and less than a yard.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
The 17-yard line.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Townsend, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Is good.
And this one through the uprights and good. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still an attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there. First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup. You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch. But after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
He's caught now before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Running with Howard. Broken tackle. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 6 yards away. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
the timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route, ordinarily it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Townsend. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And the Bears.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
25-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
to throw on 2nd down. Townsend. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Townsend.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, Townsend. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Makes the score Bears.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got into the end zone.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting him to shreds.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. complete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
At the Bears' 34-yard line.
This one over the middle and into the hands of his tight end, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for the Lions, touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Taking it about the 1. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
Looking to throw. Townsend. Wide open receiver, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Is good.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Running from the gun with Howard. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
30 on the carry. Brought down at the 35-yard line.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down, but it winds up paying for it pretty good. And Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. With this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, He expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
41.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Off the play fake. Townsend. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
33, the ball.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Operating from the gun. Townsend looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Target yet again. It's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On first down, O'Neal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
2nd and 10 at the Lions' 20-yard line.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they've come in here and stolen one